Christian, you seem to make a pretty big impact already on special teams. Is that something that comes naturally to you, or do you have to work at that?
I think it's something that comes pretty natural to me. I'm a playmaker. No matter where I'm at, defense, special teams. I'm gonna make plays. So.
Obviously, you came into last year with some high expectations, and then COVID and everything else happens. Just how disappointing was that for a smaller school guy trying to make his way in the NFL and just have it all eliminated?
Yeah, it definitely, hit me pretty hard, but took me like a week to digest and get over it, and then it was just, I got to keep moving on, move forward, stop thinking about the past.
Did you get to that play on the punt tackle from Saturday?
Yeah. Really, I was just trying my hardest to get down there as fast as I could, and I fell. I was just like, I got to get back up, and I was surprised the guy was still around so I could make the tackle, but it was pretty sweet that I could get back up and make that tackle.
Have you ever had to go through two guys that late?
What?
Have you ever had to go through two guys that late on a punt to make a play?
No, but it was just, it happened kind of fast. So, it happened kind of fast. So I really wasn't like thinking about getting through the guys. I just ran and it just happened,
Did you go into the draft, Christian, thinking you had a shot to get drafted? Did you figure you were gonna just sign with somebody undrafted? Like how did that whole process go for you?
Yeah, I definitely went in the draft, thinking I had a shot to get drafted because I'm a good player. But before the draft, me and my agent were talking. We were like, if you don't get drafted, where do you want to go? And I was like, Green Bay. So.
Why was that in your thoughts?
I just knew Green Bay was a good place for undrafted free agents. So.
Where had you heard that?
Where did I hear that?
Yeah.
I just looking at the roster and all the guys that play for Green Bay, there's a good amount of that guys that are undrafted. So so I was like, what, that's a good spot. It seems like.
I was talking to Jim Nagy after the Packers signed you from the Senior Bowl, and he said that at your pro day it was something like it was in the 30s, and you had a bad hamstring. Is that right?
Yeah. So my pro day, it was cold, and 3.5 weeks before that, I had pulled my hamstring at XOs. So I didn't run. That was my first time running, was that day. So, but, it is what it is. I'm happy to be here, and yeah.
When the ball's in the air, you like to be instinctive. How do you balance that with what Jerry's telling you to do in terms of playing the defense?
One thing that Coach talks about is like he's never going to take our playmaking ability away from us. So, he's never going to be mad at you if you do something instinctive and go make a play. That's one thing he says, I'm not going to take your playmaking ability. If you thought you needed to do that, you did that. I'm not in your shoes. So I think that's pretty cool.
How would you just evaluate yourself in terms of how these first couple of preseason games have gone? Like, what would you say about
I would say the first game, I was pretty nervous and I didn't feel like pretty comfortable. But then the second game, I got out there and I was like thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, you're just playing a game. Like, no reason to get all nervous. So it was a lot more fun the second game, and I felt like I was playing a lot more freely.
So how do you keep the nerves at bay coming into this week with the last preseason game? It's your last chance to impress.
I really just tell myself, you're just playing a game. It's just a game, and whatever happens, happens. As long as you work your butt off and give it everything you got, you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of.
Do you like the position that you've put yourself in?
Yeah, I do. I made a couple plays last week, and I'm gonna make some more this week. So we'll see.
Were you used mostly in the box, or did you get put all over the place?
Yeah, in college.
Yeah, at college.
Yeah, I was all over the place in college. I was free safety, strong safety, nickel. So yeah, I've done it all.